What does it mean to be human? Yes, this is the question I want to discuss today, and by using the capabilities of my mind, hopefully I will get to a deeper understanding, maybe even about myself or the nature of reality. Yes, it seems a little ridiculous, the question. What does it mean to be human? Huh? Yeah, you are human, I are human, I guess, at least, when you're watching this video. But what does this actually mean? So, what I'm doing here in general is, there's no script, I'm just talking to the camera and hopefully organizing my thoughts in a logical manner in the process. And also, I'm picking important questions from my perspective, important questions that are in itself interesting to discuss, and I think are too little discussed, especially in the media sphere in the Western world, at least because for the other parts of the world I have not enough information. Yes, some would say a human is a mixture of a machine, an animal, an angel, and a demon. I don't know who said it actually, but through long contemplation about my own nature, I came to this idea actually. I mean, there are older ideas that I learned in school, for example. Maybe you too heard about Sigmund Freud, very famous philosopher that came up with the idea of an Ich, ein Es und ein Über-Ich, that basically means an I, an it, and an over-I, if you would translate it accurately. So there is this me, then there is like this animal aspect, and then there's like something like that is more transcended, a higher version. So, and I expanded on this idea basically, and got a more useful concept because I'm just a very curious person. I just like to observe the world and think about everything all the time. My mind is always thinking about everything. And all the ideas I get, I try to combine them, smash them together. Maybe I get something new out. This is exactly what I'm doing right now. Yes, and then I thought about it. It's not enough. It doesn't really describe the wholeness of the human experience. So it's lacking, this idea. So I came up with the new idea that I told you right now. Why do I think that? I mean, the animal aspect is kind of obvious. You can very easily prove it scientifically how close we are actually, especially to other mammals. Only the structure of our body is very, very similar to many, many other animals on this planet. And also we have these more animal aspects of our life, most often associated with this is food, like eating, sex, obviously. And also it's also often connected with loss of control of your own life in some way. When someone, you would say, is an animal, this is most often not meant as a compliment. But, interestingly enough, and this is important for the broader discussion, it can be meant as a compliment. For example, when you're in a competition, sport competition, and someone says, oh, you're an animal, most of the time this is a compliment. So this is interesting already, because you see, the animal aspect in itself is not necessarily a bad thing. The bad thing is if it takes over you, of your whole being, and then you get lost in it, and you always eat all the time, or you're addicted to sex, for example, or to drugs, is also in some way a loss in your animal instincts, because you're just about your enjoyment. You could even make the argument that hedonism, the philosophy in itself, is putting the animal self on top of all the other aspects of the human experience. But this is maybe for another video. So then the other aspect, we have the machine. No? You have the mind in itself is very similar to a machine. And you could make the argument, of course, we structured machines in the image of the human mind, which is probably true. But also, it is in some way, the word is often popping up in the internet now, it's a meat computer in some way. And you can think logically with it and make rational decisions. And you probably know these very mind-focused people that are often like a machine, like this archetype of the machine boss. He's just only numbers and only profit of the company and no human emotion matter, whatever. Oh, you didn't do your job, you're fired. What doesn't matter, I don't care what happens to you now. Basically, overpainted, but these figures are real, and everybody probably know. Maybe a picture pops out in your mind. Oh yeah, I know this guy. So, and you can get lost in this machine thinking, and especially in the West, I would say many people are way too identified with this machine meat computer basically, and think this is all there is to life. You just want to structure it and get more intelligence, and also the whole sphere of gathering data and learning stuff is all connected to this mind thing that is very machine-like. So, and now we are creating these machines with the artificial intelligence that are, maybe very close now to transcending the capabilities of our own mind, and this will, bring us back to the discussion of the video. What does it actually mean to be a human? Is it really the capabilities of our mind? I don't think so. I think it's way more than this. So, because then now we come to the two other aspects. The devil, basically, and the angel part of the human experience. And now you think, these are woozy spiritual aspects. Maybe you think this, maybe it instantly resonates with you. I don't know you. But I don't even want to detach too much here, but stay a little more focused in the daily reality. So when there is, let's say, a little child goes in the street and a car is coming, and then someone jumps in front of the car, is putting his own life in danger to save the child. Isn't that something an angel would do? Whatever you think an angel is doing. But it is definitely something that probably most people would say is amazing and peak humanity when you do something like this. So, and the other way around, just put on the news, and you will instantly see that there's a demonic aspect to the human nature that cannot be denied. And this is a gigantic problem. In Western society, we have this philosophical direction that deny this aspect, that some humans, and I even argue every human has this demonic aspect in itself that can be activated or not, that can take over you, or you have it under control, can even be put to use, but it is definitely part of the human nature. You cannot deny this. Just look at the conflicts that are going right now, are active in the world when I'm recording this video in end of September 2024. This is obvious, and I don't want to go into detail now because it's not really nice for the vibe of the video, but you can do this on your own if you want to experience a more demonic aspect of yourself or of humanity. The internet is full of these things. So, but be warned, because the more you focus on these things, and I think way too little people understand this. They watch news all the time, and now even with the social media, with X, for example, you have this the real videos, very vivid of what is actually happening, and it's like you are next to these atrocities that are happening. And don't be fooled. You will be affected by this. This is activating the demon part in you, and it will grow the more you focus on it. And it is so little understood how dangerous these things are. Why I think we need a complete media reform. Probably. Like you have prohibitions of drugs and stuff for a good reason, because many people are just, especially when they are young, we can talk about when you're in a certain age, but especially when you're young, you have these things are so powerful. You have no chance that you will be in control there. No chance. Except if you're like a real saint. But I doubt it. I doubt it that you are this. But maybe if you are, then good for you. Good for you that you went through all the journeys. Congratulations. Great success. Okay. So, now we structured it. We have these 4 aspects. This idea, a new idea of what it means to be human. So what can you do with it now? This is the thing, because now I presented you this beautiful picture, or maybe not so beautiful, it's you're deciding what you think of it. What can you actually do with it? So now maybe you can observe yourself and see which aspects, the angel, the demon, the machine, and the animal, have you integrated into your being, and which parts are more in control of you. Because now you would say, oh, it's amazing when the angel is in control of you, and this is fucking wrong. So, sorry, but why is this wrong? Why do you not want to be an angel on earth when you are in this human body? It's important to note. Why? Because you are not a fucking angel, okay? You are in the human body, and you 100% you know something that is identified with this angel form of himself, that is always kind and always does and cannot hurt anybody, not even a fly, and tries to live the perfect life. But you're not perfect. You're human and you make mistakes. And the problem with this is the possibility that you actually will succeed in this over a long period of time is very, very close to 0. Maybe you are the exception, 1 in a fucking trillion that succeeds in it. But it is very, very unlikely, because the world is pushing you down and the other aspects of yourself are fighting against this. And then it will happen that you're getting completely illusioned about your own life and about the life on earth, the reality you are living on. Because then you're seeing everything with this pink glasses that you see, oh, everything is love. Everything is love. Yeah, please turn on the TV and look what is happening in the war zones, okay? And then you tell me again, everything is love, okay? Complete bullshit. And this is very dangerous for our living together as humanity if you perceive the world like this. And the same with yourself. You're perceiving yourself as this perfect being. Yeah, okay, but then where to go from there? This is nothing more to do than if you are perfect. This is also a dangerous idea. And also, only doing good all the time, is it really that good? It's also a question to think about. When someone is threatening your family, all of them, like really, to destroy your whole family, is it the good thing then to be kind to them? I say no. But this is what I want to discuss here, and I would be very happy if someone is watching, if you are watching this, if you would interact with me. And right, because obviously, and I know that I make mistakes, because I'm a human and I'm not perfect. And that's why I'm making this video, to get a deeper understanding about myself, about realities, and see where I'm wrong, that I can correct myself and grow further. So, because I'm very sure that many things that I said in this recording, they're not true or not true enough, or can be expanded upon, or I'm only looking at it from only a small lens. The same for you. You watched this and you had emotional reactions, very likely, I hope at least, otherwise I did something wrong. Or many thoughts that popped out. Many of them will be wrong. It must be that way. Because I doubt it that you are an perfected being that is watching this. But if you are, definitely get in contact with me. I want to meet you. Alright, that's enough for this. I hope you enjoyed it. It was useful. And maybe
for another time.